Hey guys, this is Tauna, and today we're talking about assassins. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm bringing up assassins now, and it's because it looks like this year we are going to have 3 different sets that are going to have a fair bit of assassin support, which is pretty exciting. This is a type that hasn't really been explored all that much. There's like currently, I think three commanders, or 3 characters that really care about assassins, which is Ramses, Etrata, and Mary the Killing Quill. But even Mary cares about multiple different things, while Ramses and Etrata are just for assassins. But the thing is that it looks like this year we're going to be having 3 sets in a row that are all going to be either assassin heavy, focused on assassins as a side gig, or going to be able to have a lot of different support for assassins, which is pretty exciting because I personally am looking at building an Ezio deck because Ezio just looks amazing, and we'll talk about him a little bit later on. But overall, it's very, very awesome to see this kind of, overall theme between the 3 different sets. Now, obviously, one of the sets is going to be Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed will naturally have a lot of assassins. If we have a look at the assassins so far revealed, there's 4 assassins out of only a handful of cards that have been revealed. Everyone from Ivor to Altair, Ezio, that kind of thing. There's a lot of different kind of assassin cards coming. Even if you look at all the different different games, there's like, I believe there's 17 different Assassin's Creed games. If they took each of the leader characters from there, including different versions of Ezio, there's going to be at least a handful, a bunch of assassins that are going to be coming there. However, if we have a look at some other stuff, for example, MKM, so this is the set that has, just gone past, there was, 7 different assassin cards in there. Now, if we're looking purely at, cards that are going to work in an assassin-ish kind of deck, Etrata obviously is one of them. Crawl isn't too bad either. Massacre Girl will be great. Pyrotechnic Performer, it will depend on what other support we get. If we get some kind of support for assassins that, kind of allows them to be face down or something like that, then Pyrotechnic Performer could definitely see some love there. Undercity Eliminator isn't too bad either, or Vein Ripper. Like, we could potentially make use of all of them. Repeat Offender, not so much because, it's got the suspect stuff on it, but even then the suspect stuff's not too bad. There's going to be uses here. Either way, there's a whole bunch of different assassin stuff in here. There was also some other stuff, that kind of synergize alongside assassins. If we have a look at, the actual, if we have a look at the text assassin for MKM, there's going to be at least, I believe there was 1 or 2. There's Coerce with To Kill as well, which is another one which turns someone else's stuff into an assassin. So, you get to take control of it. It becomes an assassin, etc. So there's lots of kind of stuff that we can synergize there. Now, keep in mind, assassin isn't a bad typo at the moment. There's a fair few different characters that we can choose from. There's 82 different cards that are legal in Commander for assassins at the moment, but the assassin cards are all over the kind of place. Like, we've got stuff like Anhelio, who's focused around instants and sorceries and stuff. But we could potentially make a very decent deck after we get all 3 of the different kind of assassin stuff. Now, you're probably thinking, Tauna, you've talked about 2 different ones. You talked about Assassin's Creed, obviously, and you've talked about the MKM, but what about the third one? The third one is actually going to be Thunder Junction. Now, Thunder Junction doesn't seem all that assassiny, but keep in mind 2 different things. First of all, this is a villains set. It's focused around villains and stuff, so there is going to be some assassins. So far, we've seen 1 assassin card, which is this Dead-Eye Duelist here. Already an assassin committing crimes, etc. But the other part about it is outlaws. Outlaws are going to be amazing. So this one here, this at knife point, you're going to have 3 It's got 3 cost enchantment. As long as it's your turn, outlaws you control have first strike. So this is going to give all your assassins first strike because assassins are outlaws. Assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks are outlaws. They're all kind of bundled together under this outlaws tag. So given the fact that, you know, we've seen at least one card that has synergy alongside outlaws, it's possible, very, very possible, that there's going to be multiple ones of them. I don't think it's a long kind of, you know, a big stretch that there's going to be multiple different cards that synergize alongside outlaws. We've at least seen one precon, the Olivia precon, which is going to be focused around recruiting outlaws and stuff. So we could definitely see something along those lines. More outlaw support. Outlaws seem to be like a big thing going forward. So between the Assassin's Creed set, the MKM set, which had a few different, you know, outlaw assassin cards that we've talked about, and then the Thunder Junction set, that is 3 different really great sets that are going, well, really great in regards to, you know, supporting what we're looking at here, assassin-y sets. So we could see some really great love here. So talking about actual cards though, Ramses is going to be a very important card. Whenever a player loses the game, if they were attacked this turn by an assassin you controlled, you win the game. Now, why is this card going to be very important? Because if we pair it with Ezio, this is an insane combination. Ezio means that whenever you deal combat damage to a player, if you reduce them below 10 life, you pay 1 of each color and that player loses the game, right? That player loses the game. Now, that's going to synergize alongside with Ramses, because Ramses is whenever a player loses the game, if they were attacked this turn by an assassin you controlled, you win the game. So you attack, and then you proc Ezio. That player loses the game because they're below 10 life. And then because of Ramses, you win the game. You don't even need to damage anyone else. You just focus down, purely go after one person, reduce them down low. You've got Ramses here, giving your assassins, you know, the anthem there. Ezio allows you to cheat in all your assassins because he's got the free running, which means that, you know, essentially it's kind of like Prowl. You get to just, if you've damaged someone, if you dealt combat damage to a player, then you get to free run in all of you guys for 2 black, which, you know, you can bypass a whole bunch of stuff with that. You've got some really great stuff there. We've got Mary as well, which is important to kind of keep in mind, because Mary is, you know, Mary's going to be potentially hiking up in price, right? Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a free running. Keep in mind, we've got Death Touch with a hit counter on it. And then all your assassins, mercenaries, and rogues you control have Death Touch, so you get Death Touch on everything anyway. And then whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a hit counter from a card that player owns in exile. If you do, draw a card and get 2 treasure tokens. Keep in mind, she's also a assassin, so you can cheat her in with Ezio. So Ezio just looks like he's going to be an amazing commander, but 3 assassin sets, or, you know, 3 sets with some assassin support is going to be really awesome. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I'm going to be building an Ezio deck. You know, I want to see the Assassin's Creed stuff and, you know, see some more of the stuff from from OTJ, and we'll see as to how that goes. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Have a great day and goodbye.